Hello and happy holidays. It's December the 23rd, and for the last couple of months I've been settling into my new unit. I had been hoping to keep piling on the miles onto V70, yes. It's currently at 327,585, but unfortunately 5 weeks ago today I was waiting to turn right into my street, and all of a sudden I got this mighty bang from behind, really loud noise. Didn't really feel it in my body, but I got rear-ended by a Fiat 500, and I got out, took a look at the car, and I thought, right, okay, well, sorry, I got out, made sure that the driver was okay. The driver was fine, just a little bit in shock, and took a look at my car and just thought, yeah, it's fine. Just hit the bumper, hit the tow bar, and really wasn't a big deal. So I said to the driver, I said, look, if you're all right, if the damage to my car is limited to the bumper, it's fine. I'm not bothered. As long as there's no damage that you can't see, I'm happy enough. And we went our separate ways. So later that night, I used the V70 to collect a car from Warrington, so quite a long drive. I went to put a spare wheel for the trailer in the boot and couldn't get in the boot. So I got in through the back of the car, got inside, kicking the inside of the boot while a friend was trying to open it. I can't get in the boot whatsoever, so I don't know what distortion has been done to the back here that's stopping the boot from opening. But then later that night, I just happened to get something out of the rear of the car via this door. Opened it fine, of course. But when I went to shut it, it made a nasty noise and didn't shut. I thought, oh, that's funny. Well, just haven't done it hard enough. Not realising that this full rear quarter has clearly moved forward. So that's when I started to think, oh, right, well, clearly this has done a bit more damage than I thought it had. I mean, that's actually distorted the body of the car. And then it wasn't until I was clearing the car out for the MOT, because this couldn't have happened at any worse time. It happened just before my insurance was due for renewal. So they were threatening, well, not threatening, but they were saying that I wouldn't be able to renew claim-free until the claim had been resolved. And the MOT ran out. So cleared out the car, because obviously it's always full of rubbish. This is my work car. I use it every day until now, and I use it for my dog. And I was clearing out the rubbish out of the boot. As you can see, I did a really good job. There's nothing in there. And I noticed there's a gap between the rear seats. And it just completely threw me. I just thought, my God, what impact from a Fiat 500? It's actually twisted the rear end of the car enough to bend the rear seats out of position. The body of the car, and of course the boot is stuck shut. I'm not entirely sure why that's... I wouldn't have thought that the boot would get stuck shut. I'm quite surprised from Volvo that it would happen so easily. However, the tow bar is not standard. It's not a Volvo tow bar. Whether that would make any difference. What I suspect it's done is it's transferred the energy. So it's not just the tow ball the tow bar isn't just the tow ball that you can see. There's a big bar behind the bumper. And what I think's happened is the Fiat has sort of hit the tow bar, but all that energy has gone into the tow bar, which has then transferred it to the mounting point, which you might be able to see. So you see, that's that bolt that you can see there is where the tow bar is mounted, and clearly that's put all the force straight into the body of the car, the shell. So of course, with this new realisation that the car is basically a write-off, I mean it's structural damage, I got in touch with the other driver and got her insurance details. Initially, got a great response. The insurer said, "Oh, we'll deal with it straight away. Yep, the driver's admitted fault and we'll deal with it." Then they realised that she was in a courtesy car, and they said that they weren't the insurer of the car, and it took 2 weeks to resolve that, for them to, it's Admiral, to re-decide that they were the insurer, because her original car was in for insurance work. Therefore, according to Admiral policy documents, the courtesy car is insured by them. And then 2 weeks ago today, I had the car inspected by an Admiral appointed inspector, and I've not heard a word since. So 5 weeks, I've not had my main business vehicle. And obviously this car is very important in terms of running my business and the YouTube side of it. It's been very popular online, and it holds a lot of sentimental value to me, having owned it for the last 8 years and done nearly 100,000 miles on it. So prior to the inspection, I got it MOT'd. Now, a car could technically pass an MOT with damage that would see it written off, as the MOT inspection looks for different things to the sort of inspections that would be done to decide how bad a crash was. Although the inspection that I had done, they didn't even look under the car, so they wouldn't know if there was any real structural damage. Anyway, I was actually surprised by the failures, because the parking brake efficiency below requirements, this is a very common problem on the P2 Volvos. I've covered this in a video. I actually replaced the full rear brakes at the previous MOT. The tyres not fitted in accordance with sidewall instructions, that's my fault. I've got a spare set of wheels. Obviously, I normally have the Range Rover alloys on. I fitted the rears, not realising they were rotational. So I'd put them on the wrong way around, and steering rack gaiter missing or no longer prevents the ingress of dirt. That was sort of not on properly, and that's probably when I changed the gearbox that I've knocked that. But advantage is, fixed all those failures, and now I have a clean pass. This is the first clean MOT pass that I've had on the car in my ownership. So that's great news. So it looks like it's basically going to be a waiting game, and I don't have much control over the situation, but I probably will force the boot open so I can at least use the car properly for business. I know I've said it before in a lot of videos, new improved content is coming soon. I have all the intention of making better YouTube videos. I buy the cars a lot. I just don't always end up making videos about them. The Golf over there is awaiting videos. I've got a lot of cars in the background, some doer-uppers, which hopefully next year will be the start of a new chapter in terms of putting a lot more effort into the YouTube. If you are one of the 13,000 subscribers that has stuck through and watches even the most mundane of my videos, it is very, very much appreciated. I'm not particularly social, but I am on Twitter and Instagram, if you'd care to follow me on there as well. But otherwise, happy holidays, have the best new year, and hope that everyone enjoys the time spent with family, working, not working. I hope that it's a good time of year for everyone. Thanks for watching.